never stop at one. I'll take you all on.
At least I'll have the satisfaction of destroying you, Optimus Prime.
You can't remember my name.
The weak shall perish?
Do not believe everything you read.
Hello everyone, I'm Cyberverse Prime, and I'm very excited to review the Transformers More Than Meets the Eye collection stuff for this year. I'm super stoked to get these reviews out to you all. Now, I know I reviewed this thing several times already, but that was from the Legacy 5-pack. This, I'm still going to do the in-depth transformation and everything, but there are a few things that they fixed on this version of the mold that just didn't do too good with this guy. So this is the Legacy one, this is the new one. So I'm going to leave this guy off to the side and pretty much just kind of do comparisons with this one and the original, and the same thing is going to be done with Hot Rod, because I do have the Hot Rod. But anyway, if you did not get the Legacy 5-pack, which honestly at this point you probably should have, because Trailbreaker and Jazz are exclusives to those sets, and well, they're exclusives to that set, and it's very hard to get a hold of nowadays. So I'm very happy that 3 of them actually were re-released this year. This guy, Sunstreaker, and Wheeljack. Before you ask me, am I getting the Wheeljack and Sunstreaker? Hell no. I do not plan on getting those at all. I only picked up the Hound to see if Hasbro fixed some of the QC issues that I had with my original Legacy version. So anyway, before we get into the figure, we're going to take a look at the packaging here, and this is a pretty awesome packaging. I love the art style that they did of Hound and the Jeep Alt Mode. You got Transformers, Studio Series, MTMTE, More Than Meets the Eye collection, Autobot Hound, The Transformers, the movie, Hasbro. On the side here, you got a bigger image of Hound there. You got Autobot Hound, Transformers Studio Series, Transformers the movie. And then you got, Transforms in 18 steps. Obligatory product shot. It says here, Autobot Hound prepares to take on the Decepticons. He didn't do shit in the film except exactly this. Him and Sunstreaker just showed up for whatever the reason. And I do remember seeing Hound for the first time in this movie, because this movie was my introduction to G1. And can't lie, I always wondered who the heck that was, and I didn't know until I got the first season on DVD. And then you got the continuation of this image here on this side, and then the 40 years of Transformers, the very first ever animated film. So that is the box, and here is the figure. More or less just the freaking same as the traditional Legacy one, but I just wanted to see what the tolerance is. I just wanted to see what the QC. I wanted to see if the QCs were different between the two figures, and they are. So, there's really nothing that hasn't been said already that I have shared about this figure before. Hound is just, like, the main purpose of me reviewing this is just to show you that they did do some changes. Nothing drastic, but they've done a few things. I think the green is a little bit darker. No. I'm wrong. The green on this guy is a little bit lighter, and this guy's darker. So, I mean, then again, on camera it might be different, but I don't know. I can't really see too many differences between the two. I think it's just a straight up re-release, and maybe I gotten lucky. But I'm gonna show you how to. You know, it's just the same thing. You know, clip-on wheels. Nothing's pinned. That they are no, they're not. They're not pinned wheels. That would have been a cool difference. That would have made a world of difference, actually, if they pinned the wheels, but they didn't do that. To transform them, remove the accessories. I'm not going to go into too much detail, because the main difference is in robot mode, to be completely honest, so... You know, and a lot of people online have said this is one of the laziest... This is one of the laziest figures that they basically just kind of threw in the Studio Series line. I honestly do not agree with that. I think this is one of the best things they've done for Studio Series. I mean, yes, it's not a brand new mold, but what did you expect? This thing came out 2 years. This thing came out 2 years ago in a 5-pack, and you know, it was an exclusive to that set, along with 2 other figures. But now those two are Jazz and Trailbreaker are now pretty much the exclusives to that set. But like I said, I wasn't going to go into detail with the transformation because you guys seen this a million times. But this is the More Than Meets the Eye collection version, as you saw with the box. Now, in terms of tolerance, I'm going to bring this guy back in. Yeah, there's really no difference between the two, except for one thing. This guy has some tighter joints. This guy, I did not pose this guy a lot when I first got him, but the joints are kind of loose on this one. Not to where they're like flopping around or anything. He's still pretty good after 2 years. But the main thing that I couldn't stand with this version was the rocket shoulder, or the shoulder rocket. It's loose and it doesn't peg in very good. I'm sorry, that was a little bit exaggerating, but no. It doesn't peg in very good. It's kind of loose and floppy. And that was one, and it didn't matter where I plugged it into either. Well, here it's a little bit better on his left shoulder, but I think that's how I'm going to be able to tell them apart. So this Legacy one, the right port, for whatever the reason, was very loose. And when I plug this in, that is a tighter fit. And it's not as loose, it's not as floppy, it's pretty tight, to be completely honest. So they did fix the major QC issue that I had with mine with this figure. And personally, I really appreciate that. So what will I do with this one? I may end up just getting rid of it, because I don't really need 2 of the same figure in my collection. Just to, you know, there's really no need. Obviously, I think I'm going to keep this one, and I'm going to get rid of this one. Do not ask me, because I am sure there are tons of Hounds at your Targets. I believe he is still on Target's website. If he's not, then I don't know what to tell you. But Hound here is pretty much the same damn figure. It's pretty much the same. There's really nothing different. If you want to do some swapping or added paint work, go on ahead. If you're very persistent on keeping both figures, I'm not. I'm actually going to sell this one off, because there's really no difference between the two. There really isn't, except for QC tolerance, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it would have been cool if he was a slightly, if they did a toy colored variant where he's a darker military green. That would have been cool. I mean, it still wouldn't have been the right one, but I don't know. A toy version of this guy would have been cool to see. But then again, I'm not sure. I'm not really into the toy variant repaints of figures. But it would have been cool to have seen maybe something different with this release. Maybe an extra accessory. Maybe a hologram thing. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I don't have to get rid of this guy. I can just make him a hologram. Wow. I just now thought of that on the fly. Wow. So, yeah. This is Hound, but this is his hologram. So, if you want to get multiple Hounds to make him, have a hologram and everything like that, even though that's Mirage's thing now, I'm sorry. I just now thought of that. You can make Hound's hologram. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just mostly comparisons that I'm doing for at least the first two that I'm reviewing. So, anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Please stay tuned for more videos to come. This next one's going to be pretty much a doozy. But, yeah, so there is Transformers Studio Series More Than Meets the Eye Target exclusive Hound. So, yep. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.